Hi everyone, it's me again, and what you're looking at here is, I guess what I'm going to call a naked TransTEC Beetle. Basically I ditched the canopy, the heavy TPU mounts, also I took the case, the top and bottom off the Vista, and also this original antenna mount I haven't been using for a while. So the way it would originally work was, you had the camera mount here, and then this carbon plate would sit on top of this mount about at the halfway point, and then the Vista would sit on top of that. But instead I've just suspended the Vista from this plate and then just used some 23mm standoffs from an old GAP RC Cineking, and then the same camera mount from the Cineking, and just use that to raise the carbon plate up, and just put the Vista, the decased Vista, suspended from the top, and there's plenty of room, as you can see there. And in fact, if you wanted to run a little bit lower standoffs, you could probably run 20mm standoffs with a decased Vista and get this even a little bit lower. So originally I had the 2-inch TransTEC Beetle, and then I upgraded the bottom plate to the 2.5-inch one, and while I was at it just recently, I added these Beta FPV 1106 4500 kV motors from my 95X, and I think these are exactly the same motors that TransTEC use on their 2.5-inch version of the Beetle as well. So at the same time I lightened it, I also upgraded the motors. Now obviously you can see the camera's pretty exposed. There's not really any protection except for the ND filter, so that's not great, but I don't really care too much about that. And if you wanted to, you could maybe print one of those big rings that you can put around the Vista. And so right now this weighs, let's just weigh it, you can see it. So let's see, this weighs, I think it's going to be about 108, 109 grams. Yeah, 108.57 grams, so I'm going to say 109 grams. So that's pretty light. And then let me show you how much the stuff weighs that I removed. So we've got the canopy, the TPU mount, the original antenna mount, and then the top and bottom from the Caddx Vista. And altogether that's basically almost 19 grams. So that's well over 10% of the weight of the entire quad. So I'd say that's definitely a worthwhile savings. And in the hand I can definitely feel it's way lighter, and in the air it definitely felt lighter, and I was getting more flight time and more performance. I did have a slight crash today, and all that really happened was I bent the prop, and you might see in the subsequent flight that there was some vibration caused by that, but the camera didn't really take any damage, but I don't think I hit it directly. So now that I've done this, I think I might even want to make some further weight reductions. I might go back to the original motors, since these are about 2 grams, 2.5 grams less than these, so I could save about 10 more grams going back to the original motors and flying it maybe on 3S. And if I was willing to sacrifice some image quality, I could even put in a Caddx Nebula and save another 5 grams. And this, unfortunately, this is the Nebula V1. If I had a V2, I might consider installing it for the weight savings, but the V1, the picture really isn't up to snuff, especially compared to this. So let's see how light I can get this with the Vista camera. I might do a further round of weight reduction. But for now, let me just show you how this was flying today on a little 524S.